Hello again. Welcome back.
To her channel.
To my channel. Coleman is going to tell us a story time about one of the many creepy houses that we lived in. This place was really cool though because it was like an airport hangar situation because there was an airstrip. And we were renting it from somebody who owned an airplane. So tell us about. You had a few experiences.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch.
Yeah.
So, tell us about... You had a few experiences. Oh yeah, I had a bunch. Yeah.
It was...
There was one main one that sticks out, but start from the beginning. Like, did you...
Like, from beginning? Like when I remember everything?
Like about what made you feel like it was creepy at first?
I feel like it wasn't that. I think it was part of the house, but I feel like it was also attached to me almost.
We're sitting right here.
Like it was... I feel like it was almost like attached to me at some part. Like it was not only was it at the hangar, but it was also at another house. Until like somehow, like I don't know why, it just kind of disappeared.
I mean, we've always had creepy stuff happen at basically all of our houses. This is Lilo. You guys know her from her. Oh! Keep talking.
Oh. Anyway, so with the biggest one, the one that's recently been brought back up was between me and my cousin Carson Bensko, and he was.
I didn't know he was there.
Yep, he was there.
Okay.
This one you may not even know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this one's pretty good. This one was at the hangar. My room was fairly big. I had a bed, and I also had a couch and a TV.
And like our rooms connected, so like you went up the stairs and it was just our two bedrooms, and like mine was on this side and then his was on this side, and there was a little like foyer in between or whatever.
And one night, we were going to bed, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep in my bed, and then Carson fell asleep.
Were you on the couch?
On the couch.
Okay.
No, I was on the bed. Carson was on the couch. And I fell asleep in the bed. I remember falling asleep in the bed, and I woke up. I was in a dream, and when I was in my dream, I was laying on my couch. And there's so many dogs.
Hold on.
So when I fell asleep on the couch, I had a dream where a giant, like, demonic hand came over the couch and grabbed my face.
But this was a dream.
And yes, this was a dream. And I
So
immediately woke up once that happened. And guess where I woke up? On the couch.
That's weird. I didn't know about that.
So, but I got up and I looked, and Carson was on the bed. The reason, so you could say, oh, you forgot you fell asleep on the couch, like you may just with him. So recently, like a year ago, Carson was like, Coleman, do you remember when that scary thing happened that you told me about? And I was like, yeah, I remember telling you that. Well, he said, there's a reason why I'm so scared of that story, is because it's most likely positively true, is because on the TV during that night when we were sleeping, there was Wizard of Waverly Place on the show, and he was terrified of it. But the reason he was terrified is because he remembers falling asleep on the couch, and he woke up on the bed.
Oh, that's weird.
That's why that's so creepy.
That's really weird.
Like we just swapped places, because he remembers laying down and falling asleep watching it, and then I had a dream I was on the couch and I woke up on the couch.
That's really weird.
That one was a pretty big one. Also, in the house, we had so many instances where I was with my mom. We would be downstairs, and no one would be upstairs. We'd hear footsteps.
Yeah, I never really heard that, but
You were always gone.
the story that I do remember is when you heard somebody say my name. Do you remember that?
Yes. Okay, so it's also in my room, same place. I was sitting on the couch by myself, and I heard like my dad's voice. He was asleep. I heard my dad's voice behind my ear, behind my couch, say, Kayla. And like it was like right here. I thought my dad was in my room. So I immediately was terrified.
And so I hear
and I jump on her bed. I'm like, God, Michaela, help me. And she's like, why are you scared? He said my name.
Yeah. That's
so
very weird, yeah.
But I've never been more terrified in my life about like poltergeists and like ghosts and all that stuff until I actually saw something.
Yeah.
Was
that the first time that you feel like you actually saw
yeah.
something?
Yeah. That was the first time I saw something.
Yeah.
It was...
No.
It was very tough.
Sit.
I was like traumatized. So
Tell the story.
I was home alone. I didn't want to be home alone because I don't like being home alone. And I don't know if you were there.
I wasn't there.
My
Remember,
mom and dad went
me
to
and Mom were together
Yeah.
because you called us.
Yeah.
Okay,
They went to
continue.
the store and I did not want to go, so I stayed home. And I don't like being home alone, so I stayed downstairs. I sat on the couch in the living room. Well, I'm sitting there on the couch and I would look around and like I would just sit there. I was like terrified. Like I was just hated to be. I would sit there and hold a pillow like this and just sit there. And I looked to my left.
Which is near like where the stairs were to go up to our rooms.
The stairs. So the way our living room was, it was a giant square, and dead middle of the square was a staircase going up. So it was just a big circle. So I was like,
Circle.
so I was
Big square.
sitting on the couch, looking off one way, and I looked towards the stairs, and I saw a man, very, very tall, had dark clothes, and had no expression at all. None. And he was
And
like,
it didn't look like a ghostly figure. It looked like a straight up like person.
like I thought someone was in the room with me. So I'm sitting there, and I looked at his chest and his neck, and it just felt cold. Like as I was looking at him, and
You felt cold.
You know in those cheesy, scary stories when they're like looking at something and they blink and it's gone, like just like that. I stared at it, and like I couldn't look away. Like it was that deer in the headlights kind of thing, and I would just look at it, and I saw him, and like I don't know, it felt like his impressions of being there were just to be like evil, like just to be mean and be hurtful. So I was just sitting there like this, and I was just looking at it. I could feel chills going through, and like deep in my chest, I felt cold. Like you know how like your body's hot, stuff like that. I just felt cold.
That's scary.
And, like,
I don't think you've ever fully explained it.
No, I didn't. So I was sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, and like I just sat there looking at it, and I just shoved my face in the pillow, and I sat there for like 2 minutes, and I did not want to look up, and I finally looked up, and he was gone, of course, and I didn't think about it. I had no shirt on either. Like I was just wearing shorts, and I ran out the door.
Because you didn't have a cell phone at the
No,
time.
I was really little. I ran out the door, and I ran, and we didn't live close to like. She had a friend that lived fairly, kind of far away.
It was like she just had a really long driveway, and she was like a little bit down the road.
So I ran barefoot, only in shorts, no shirt on, all the way to this lady's house. Started banging on her door, and I was like, "Help me!" like that was the only thing. I was just like, "I'm terrified. I'm home alone," and
Did you tell her what happened?
no.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me a shirt to put on, like a Alabama pajama shirt, and I still have that shirt in my room. Y'all got home. I don't remember if I
You
told
called
y'all.
us
I
from
did?
her house.
I called her. Yeah.
Or she called me or something like that, and was like, "Hey,
The hardest part was going back,
yeah,
because even though that y'all were there, I still had things happen to me.
yeah."
But that was the worst one that's ever happened to me. Was that story?
I'm sorry. That's
No, it's good now. I mean, I haven't had anything happen to me. I'm good.
So that's the only thing that you remember that's like creepy.
The last thing that happened, we moved. I was finally happy because we moved into the big house with Carson when we lived in Carson.
Yeah.
When I was downstairs in the basement in the TV reflection, I saw like a figure standing behind me, and it was weird. He was making like I was playing a video game, and
Is it like the garage TV? Remember we had TV in the
it
garage?
was a big fat back TV.
Fat
and
back.
It was like staticky, and so I was playing a game, and when the loading screen came on, it goes black, and behind me in the reflection behind the couch, there was a person standing
Ugh.
like back here, and he had like it was weird. It was like an empowering moment for me. I know it's corny, but like he was standing there making like a hand figure with his hand, this one hand. It was like weird. It was like that. And so I was like looking at him just like this. And I just kind of turned around, and he wasn't there.
Yeah, because
And like I think that's what happened. Like I wasn't scared anymore
yeah.
because I turned around and it wasn't there, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being afraid. You know.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell any today. I wanted today to be about you and your scary story.
Oh, my scary stories.
Yeah.
Well, that story that I just told with the person usually gets everybody. Like,
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a few nightmares about it sometimes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That sucks. Did it kind of look like Slender Man-ish?
No.
Maybe because that's when Slender Man.
That's
like,
when Slender Man
became
came
a
out, but
thing.
it didn't. That's what I thought, because I was like, maybe I just imagined him look, but it didn't though. Like, he had a face, but he just had no expression. But like, it was distorted. It was like he had I remember seeing eyes and a a mouth. But it was like in a wavy. It was like distorted. And like I couldn't tell if he had clothes on or not. It was just dark. Plus there was no lights. It was like no lights on.
Well, but also it wasn't nighttime. It was like the middle of the day.
It was like
wasn't it?
sunset.
Oh, okay.
So like it was bright part of day.
Well, thanks for coming on here and telling me stories.
Oh.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
You can probably hear our mom. Are you not staying?
No, I'm gonna be in and out.
Okay. What if I just pushed him off the set?
Bye bye. And grab my.
Okay, re-say what you just said.
Okay.
Or do you want to tell us any scary
Can you-
stories?
No.